Guess who is back? Hello YouTube, Bunny Films here, and I am here once again with some more content because I finally have internet to make videos. It has been quite some time since my last video, and I do apologize. I planned on recording videos, but then I didn't have internet to make them, so that was a bummer. But we are here once again with a lumber video because we're going to keep going along with the schedule that I've posted in my, the community tab of my channel, where Sunday is Lumber Tycoon 2. Tomorrow is going to be a shipping lanes video, so I look forward to recording that. But we are going to be working on the shop. I believe this is only going to be a two-part series, at most 3. But in the last video, it'll be linked in the description below. We actually built this entire thing. It's pretty nice. We have a nice slanted roof. Angled roof, whatever you want to call it, and then that does allow us to have some really awesome ceilings inside. You could probably even make like a little loft up here or something like that. But we are going to go ahead and we're trying to finish this shop in today's video. So for starters, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get out some basic blueprints. Well, actually, let's see. We need some large panes first because we're going to do a glitch where we can place blocks inside of other blocks, but we don't really have any glass panes, so let's go ahead and steal some for my house. And now that we have 4 large glass panes, and if you don't have any on your base, you can just go buy them at Fancy Furnishings right over there. It's in the back of the store, but we now have 4 panes, and we're going to put all 4 panes in these frames here, and then I'll show you a cool little glitch later on in the video that lets you place blueprints inside of other blueprints. We're also going to get a glass door in just a moment, but we're going to go ahead and fill all of these windows in, and if they don't fit for some reason, then you might just have to recheck last video because they should fit. It's a perfect 8x8 box in the wall. So let's go actually hole in the wall. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to put all 4 panes in. And then there are these little windows up here. We will work on that later on, but I don't really think I have any panes for that. So let's go ahead and get this last window in like so. Voila. And now we can actually head into our house once again to steal a glass door. I'm like literally scrapping my house as we're making today's video, but we do have plenty of glass doors inside, so let's go ahead and grab one of them. And this is also purchased at Fancy Furnishings right over there where I pointed earlier. But yeah, it's a bit expensive, but you should be able to afford it. But we're going to pop that in right there. And again, there's like a little space here we can fill in with glass panes. I think we'll just use some 2x2 glass panes, aka the small glass panes. And right now we are in a server with a bunch of fans. We have Adam 20810, Deca Blade, player YT, and Astra Focus. And if you want to be in a video, join the Discord server, link in the description below, because that's where I posted this video's private server link. I do want to record in public servers more often, but it's just there's way too many exploiters, and I don't want to waste my time having to server hop every 5 minutes because an exploiter loads in their base made out of gray wood. So if you want to join, link is in my Discord server, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to begin working on the inside. We'll worry about the glass panes later. We're going to wait until it's tomorrow morning in this game. Actually, oh, it's almost like 10 a.m. in the game. I mean, it's pretty decent, but still, we're going to go ahead and we'll focus on that just a bit later. But we're going to get a floor down. So this floor is just going to be a bunch of large floors. So these are 8x8 blueprints. So we're going to go ahead and place down as many as we can. It's just trying to figure out what fits and what doesn't. We're going to go ahead and let's see, place another one here, another row. Oops, let's delete that really quickly. And we're just going to keep placing these, and these do take a lot of wood to fill in, so you might just want to actually use large tiles, which use significantly less, because if we actually press E, it uses 11 wood compared to 26 wood for the large floor. So it just comes down to preference, but we have the power to build with these, so it doesn't really matter. So let's go ahead and we're going to get down some 8x2s just to fill in these tiny gaps right here. So 1, 2, 3. And then over here, we're going to get down 2 like so. And then over here, we have a little gap to fill in like that. And then let's go ahead and get some posts down. So I think we'll only need 2 posts for this floor. So let's get 1 and 2 down in this corner. Voila. Okay. And now let's go ahead and we're going to get down just a small floor in this corner here. We only need 1. And then we're going to get down a 4x2. Let's put that right here in the corner, or like against the wall, not the corner. And then we need to get down 2 8x4 blueprints. So let's get these down really quickly, like so. And on in there. There we go. So now all of the blueprints for the floor are placed down, and now we just have to figure out what wood we're going to use to fill it in. I think we're going to use some elm wood because we actually made the exterior out of oak wood and walnut wood, and I think that'd go well with the house. So we're going to go ahead and get some elm wood, and if you want elm wood, it is basically, let's see, I'm trying to find a close example of the tree, but it's basically, I think maybe that tree right there all the way in the distance. Can't really see it, but that's what the tree is. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to fill this in really quickly. And here's a quick demo of the power to build with these. It's really cool. Just pop a blueprint down and then fill it in with a super tiny piece of wood. It has to be at least 1 unit of wood. Right now my wood is actually 1.2 by 1.2 units, so I can cut them a bit thinner. So hopefully that does clear up any confusion on how people wonder how I cut it, like so. And just like that, we have finished the floor for the interior of the store, and now that now we're going to go over what else we need to do in today's video. So we're actually going to go ahead and so the things that remain that we have to do include window frames, filling in some tiny glass panes, making this roof look a bit nicer, and then building some shelves to store the goods or whatever you want to sell in the store. So I believe it's going to be too late by the time we get over there to get all of the glass panes we need, so that's going to be a tomorrow thing. But we're going to go ahead, we're going to close the store right here, and we're going to get a general layout or general idea of how the store is going to look. I believe we're going to put a little counter over here. We're going to put a ladder that goes up to a little loft, and then we're just going to have some shelves that go all the way along here. And it really does depend what you do want to sell in your store. Some small shelves do work if you want to sell some boxed axes. But if you're trying to sell larger things like boxed cars or larger presents, you might want to make a little bit of extra space for them. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to actually make this roof just a tad bit more pretty because it is pretty jagged inside. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get down a few 1/4x1 wedges. So let's go ahead and rotate them like so. And we're going to place 1 and then a 2 and then a 3, basically all the way up, just so it's a bit smoother and it looks a bit more aesthetically pleasing. So let's go ahead and go to the other side as well and place 1 and then get a second one and place that right here like so. And then we're going to rotate and then place another one right here because why not? And I think that looks pretty decent. So let's go ahead and open the door up and get some, I believe it is going to be oak wood. Yes, it's going to be oak wood. So oak wood, pretty simple tree. It's literally this tree right here. It's like the basic tree, first tree everyone chops in the game. It's pretty basic. So we're going to go ahead and bring this piece of wood inside and begin filling in the blueprints. So this roof looks decent for now, and if you even want to go the extra length, you can fill in this these little areas with some wedges. I'm going to leave it like this though because I think it looks a bit nice, and we do have the nice smooth wedge over here, and then I think it looks pretty good. So now we're going to go ahead and work on the counter. So the counter is going to be pretty simple. It just really does come down to preference on what you do want. But before we actually do begin with that, let's get some lights inside so we can see. So we're just going to grab one of these work lights, one of many I have, and I'm going to place this like maybe, yeah, this is perfect. Okay, so the counter's going to go right here, and there's several different ways you can make it. I'm going to show you really quickly. You can use kitchen cabinets if you want to have some little storage beneath it. You could keep it simple with a long table, or you could even just do some blueprints and make your own little desk, and I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to try out a few different things, but we're going to put this down like so. About, I'd say right here. There we go. And then on the top, we're going to go ahead and put down, let's just do another 8x2. It's going to be pretty basic. I mean, you could probably spruce things up if you'd wanted to, but we're going to keep things pretty simple. And then now that it looks like that, actually, just to add some detail, we're going to use a corrugated wall slab. It's a bit of a more fancy blueprint. It's going to be a 4x2 one. And then we're going to make it like that. So there we go. And then we're going to fill this in really quickly. I think we'll just use some oak wood. Let's just see if that looks good or not. Yeah, I think oak wood's going to look fine. It's going to match the walls, but that's fine. But we're going to go ahead and grab another piece of wood really quickly, chop it in half, and then go fill it in. So let's go ahead and place this against the wall and go chop. There we go. And now fill it in and fill it in. Pretty simple standard desk. I mean, I didn't really go too far out of my way to make it, but it works. You could also do a bit of a lag spike right now. Waiting for that to go over. There we go. You could even do like little countertops on top if you wanted to. I'm just going to keep it like this though, because I do like it. You could also do some tiny tiles, or not tiny, small tiles on the top, just to add like a different color wood if you wanted to, but we're going to keep it like this because it's simple. Also, Deca is now the cashier in the store. So now let's go ahead. We're going to rotate the light over. Well, actually, we'll keep it over here because we're going to build the little loft really quickly. So for this loft, we're going to need the ladder blueprint, and it doesn't really matter where you put this. I'm going to put it right here. Like, yeah, we can put it right here. I'll put it in the corner like this. 1, 2, 3. We'll go 4. Just so there's extra length up top. And then we're gonna go ahead and go with some. I believe we'll start with a. Oh, actually, we'll go with a large floor. We're gonna go ahead and put this. Actually, no. Hold on, everyone. We're gonna get a large tile. There we go. I have a little bit of a plan for this, and we're gonna go ahead and place this like so. Voila. And then we're going to get a regular tile, 4x4, and place this. Also going to be a bit difficult. This is why I don't really like working with tiles, because sometimes it's really difficult to get them to line up, because they are 1/5 of stud tall, I believe. So let's go ahead and here's what we'll do. We're going to place this here like that. There we go. It's not even what I wanted. Oh, well. We're going to place this like that. And then just keep stacking these down until they're about level. I mean, it's just a little build hack, you could say. Not an exploit hack, but like a little... Oh, that doesn't even fit. Okay, never mind then. Hold on. So we're not going to do that, but instead we're going to go ahead and get some oak... Or we're going to get some elm wood really quickly. And we're going to use that to make the ladder in the wall. So let's go ahead and just chop this in half really quickly, because we won't really need that much. But if you do not have the power, you will need a bit more than this. So let's go ahead... And we're going to put this inside like so, and just begin filling in blueprints really quickly. And then once we get up at the top, we can figure out the rest of the blueprints that we need to make a complete floor. So it's not really that many. We have 3 more blueprints to fill in, so let's just get that done really quickly. Like so. And this could act as like a little storage area, a little bedroom, I don't know, but it's a pretty small store. It's meant for smaller bases, especially if players are newer to the game. They can make a nice look at the store. But we can hop up here, and we now have a little loft, and it has a nice view of the store. You can like stalk people, or not stalk, but like stalk people inside the store, and you can look for people trying to steal from you. I don't know, but we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get down a one of these. I'm gonna do something really quickly. We're going to get a large tile. Wait for it to load in. And we're going to place this on. There we go. Place that like that. There we go. And we're going to get a small tile. Can't even see where it's placing, but we're going to go with... Actually, rotate. There we go. Just so that the wood grain is in line. Doesn't really matter, but just a little detail I'd like to add. And then we will have to use some tiny tiles. I despise those so much, but I don't really have a choice. Just I want to fill in that gap. So now we can destroy this, and we now have a nice looking area upstairs. Of course, we do have to fill those in really quickly. So let's get that done really quickly, and I'll meet you guys back here. And now that the floor's in, we're going to go ahead and do a few more other little blueprint things just to make it look nice. We're going to get down a 8x2. There we go. We're going to put one down like so, and then we're going to get down a small floor. So we're going to go ahead and rotate this so that it fits under here. There we go. And then finally, 2 small floors, and we're going to fill this all in with some oak wood. It's just a nice little touch. Wrong blueprint. There we go. Let's select this one. There we go. 1 and 2, maybe. There we go. Okay. There we go. So we're going to fill those in with some oak wood, and I'll meet you guys back there once again. And now that it is done, we're going to go ahead and we're going to hop upstairs really quickly, and I want to see if something is going to work. There's quite a few people up here, but we're going to see if we can actually make a little railing, or if it's just not really going to work because the size of the space is a bit weird. It's a bit wonky. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to put one here like this. Actually, yeah, it's going to work. We're going to put a railing like that, and then we're going to get 2 posts. Wait for it to load, and place 1, maybe, if it works. Gotta get 1, and then a 2, and then a like a hole in the roof or something. My camera went through it. I don't know, but we need to get a 3rd one in like so, and voila, we have a little railing. So now let's go ahead and fill this in really quickly, and again, I'm going to skip ahead until when it's done. And voila, the loft is done. We're going to take a quick look upstairs. We put a railing in for safety, but still looks pretty awesome. You can store stuff up here. You could even put down a hatch that you only can open if you own this place or you're whitelisted. So now the sun is rising, meaning that fancy furnishings is going to be opening in a moment. So we're going to figure out what glass panes we need. We're going to get out a quick measurement tool. So we need 1 and then a 2. Okay, so we need 3 4x4 glass panes and then 2 2x2 glass panes. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna buy those really quickly just so I don't spend some extra time in the video driving there and driving back, because that's gonna be a waste of time. And we now have all of our glass panes, so we're going to get them filled in really quickly with the 3 4x4 glass panes and then the 2 2x2 glass panes. So pretty simple and straightforward, but don't forget we still have a few other things on our agenda, so this video might be a bit longer than I anticipated. So we do have to make the shelving inside, and then we do have to make the window frames, and then we also have to make the sign up here, because that one looks pretty sad. It's not even turned on, so we're gonna have to make a nice one up there in just a moment. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and just focus on what's at hand, which is filling in the glass windows. So we're gonna go ahead and get the 2 other ones. I'm gonna close this door just so it doesn't really so the blueprints don't get messed up with it. We're gonna go ahead and put one right here. There we go. And we're gonna put a second one. Wait for it to load because lag. Ay. There we go. And get the second one in right there. And voila, we'll open the door. So now this door is completely airtight. Basically, no one can get in or no one can get out when the door is closed. So that's awesome, unless they do like wall glitch where like they put their camera in the corner and they go like this and they go like that. Voila. But essentially airtight. So now we have to go ahead and we'll do the window frames at the end of the video. But for now, we're going to move this light outside really quickly. And we're going to back my truck up to just about, I'd say, here. I got to, like, move it so I can jump onto my roof. There we go. Now let's hop up here. And we're going to move these wires over really quickly. I have cyan and white wires just because I couldn't really find a match for them. So we're going to go ahead and just put those down on the roof. And we'll get those wired up later on. Actually, I don't know. This might actually be a third 3-part series, to be honest. There's still a lot of things we have to do, and a lot of these things will take quite some time. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to get some tiles down. And this is going to be like the backboard for the sign. So we're going to... I'm trying to rotate, but maybe I can just press tilt. There we go. Okay. So we're going to put 1, 2... Nope. Troy. Okay. 1... Wrong blueprint. There we go. Let's get another tile. We're going to put that up like so. And then we're going to go ahead and get down a few small tiles. So again, I don't really like using them, but I think it's required for this build. So we're going to go ahead and put these all down right here. I think we'll even go over another one. We'll get down another tile over here just so that the sign is quite big, but it's going to say shop. So if you want to say other things on it, you might have to make the sign a bit bigger or a bit smaller, just depending again what you're going to put on there. So let's go ahead and try to get this tile in here. I'm going to close the chat for just a moment. Because this is really not wanting to go in there for some reason. Okay, so now we just have to go ahead and fill it in with some walnut wood, and then we can put the wires back. And now that we have the sign thing done, the board, we can go ahead and put the wires back up. And I think in the next video, we're going to be wiring it up just because it is going to take a bit of time. And I know this is a red wire. I'm going to figure out where I have some more white ones. I might have to go buy some later on. But we're going to go ahead and make the letters really quickly. S-H-O-P. There we go. There's the S. You could even make it look a bit nicer. You could actually, why don't we do that? So we're going to make this look really nice. It's going to be like curvy letters and everything because fanciness is awesome. Okay, we have S. It's a bit crooked. Let's see. Okay, S. There we go. I mean, that looks decent. Okay, and then we'll go with an H, and the H is going to be pretty simple, unless we do want to make it more complex, which I'm going to do. Then we're going to go like this. We're going to go like that. Actually, no. That's too fancy. We're just going to keep it simple with the H. S-H. Then we're going to go like this. Then we're going to go like that. Okay. Hopefully we have, I think we should have enough wire. Okay, and we're gonna move our camera inside like this. Let's see, is that good? No, okay, never mind. We're not gonna do that because it's gonna take too much time. We're gonna go with an H. Please fit. Okay, here's what we'll do. We're gonna make this H a bit smaller. There we go. S-H. Okay, let's just, actually, here's what we're going to do. Actually, I have an idea. Lowercase letters, because they exist. Okay, S-H, come on. Down, up. That is a whack H. It's very thin, but okay. And then the O is just going to be a big circle. So let's do that really quickly. S-H-O. And then A-B. And the P, I don't know. How's it going to fit on here? Make the letter really quickly, or the round part. There we go. There we go. Shop. Doesn't really fit on there exactly, but that's the spirit. Okay. So now, let's go ahead. We're going to move this truck out of the way. We're just going to toss this over here. And let's go ahead and... So we had a slight interruption, but I'm back. And we're going to go ahead and... This is a cool base that's getting loaded in. We're going to show you this glitch that lets you place blueprints inside of other blueprints. So I've done this so many times, so it's pretty simple. Basically, just got to load in, like a regular process, except you want to actually go to where you're going to be loading in. Hopefully no one loads in on this plot, because then it's going to completely mess things up for me. But we're going to go ahead and we want to load in on this plot, but at the same time you want to stand near the blueprints that you want to make invisible. And this is just a glitch. It's not an exploit. The blueprints are still technically there, just client side, aka only from what you see they're invisible, so other players will actually see them and you won't. So awesome stuff. But we're going to go ahead and wait for the base to load in. And voila, perfect timing. So we're standing right near our shop. So we're going to press E to load in. What we want to do, you can press E, move, be quit, E, move, be quit, E, move, be quit, E, move, and then be quit. And then with these panes really quickly. And you have to do this before the base does load in, or else it will not work. But now we have all of the blueprints invisible. Yay! Or not blueprints, but windows. So now all we have to do is wait for it to load in completely. I don't think there's really any other blueprints we have to do this glitch on, so... Hold on. Okay, so the windows are now invisible, so we can go ahead and place our little frames. So these frames, it's going to be pretty simple. We're going to get down 8x2s at the bottom, like so. There we go. We're going to get 4 down. Actually, we'll get a 5th down over here as well. And it's just going to be a little ledge at the bottom of the window. And then we're going to go ahead, we're going to do this small floor. We're going to put, actually, no, not a small floor. My apologies. We're going to get a 4x2. There we go. And we're going to put this right here like so. And then finally, we're going to get down a few posts. It's going to be quite a few blueprints for these frames. So if you don't want to do these, it's understandable. But I think it's going to be worth it, especially because it's just going to add a nice little detail to the build. So we're going to go ahead and get 2 more there. And we're going to do the same thing on all sides. And then we'll rotate the blueprint and repeat the thing over and over and over until it's done. So now we have the blueprint on its side. So we'll place these across like so. There we go. And I'm not going to bother filling these in on camera. I'm going to skip ahead until when they're filled in, just because that'd be an utter waste of time. So we'll go ahead and focus on that a bit later. But let's get down. I believe we have 6 more to place, and then we have to do a bunch of tiny floors, which I am no fan of, but it's got to be done. So again, let's get those in over there. And then finally, some more crossover here, like so. And there should be a 2 stud gap between these posts here and the posts at the top. And then we're going to fill it in with these small floors, or tiny floors, excuse me. So let's do that in just a moment. There we go. And finally, tiny floors. We need 4, 8, 12. Oh, goodness. That's a lot. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 small floors. So basically, I'm just going to show this on one window. Place the 2 stacked upon each other so that they form a square with a hollow inside, basically. So I'll show this window again, just stack them on top of each other, and not like that, but repeat the same process for all of the windows, and I'll meet you guys back here once they're all filled in. And the window frames are done, and they do look quite spectacular. I think it goes really well with this build, but this is what it looks like. It is so awesome. So, sadly, there will be a part 3 because this is already 25 minutes long. But in part 3, all we have left to do is build the shelves inside, which is going to be pretty simple. Add some lighting, which is going to be simple, and then what else? Oh yeah, we have to light up the sign. So we'll be doing all of that in the next one. But if you do want to make the windows reappear, all you have to do is reload your base. I'm not really going to bother with that because windows are practically invisible, so you can't even see them, so I don't think it's really worth reloading. So we're going to end things here, everyone. I hope you all had a fantastic time building this. If you are building it, that's awesome. I've seen a lot of awesome fan recreations of the build. I don't really have any pictures I can show just because I don't have them saved, but a lot of people have been messaging me on Discord, sharing pictures of their shops and how they've built upon just the first video, because some people have built the shop before I've even finished it. So that's pretty awesome. I love seeing all of the creative builds being sent to me. I really appreciate it, and good on you for actually building something awesome. So before I do end, I do have a shout out to all of my Discord server boosters and channel members. I will try to do this a bit earlier in my future videos, but I've just been trying to keep along with this build. So shoutouts go to Noggle Films, The ISS, One Angry Gamer YT, Syrup, Officer 108, Six Picks, Astrofocus, Aussie Patriot, Big Block's Dad, Billy Bob, El Monkey, Finbar, Frederick Munster, Elsay, None Rules, Reed, Russell, Sarah 90, Surf, Tom, and WSL Plays. And if you want to shout out like one of them, join my Discord server, and all boosters or channel members do get a shout out every video. Thank you, everyone. Have a fantastic day, and goodbye.